Hi, I'm Julia and I'm a Consulting Degree Apprentice at Accenture. I chose to do an apprenticeship because I always felt like living in a city like London, the opportunities that you had were endless and there were so many paths to success that didn't require a university degree. So I thought I owed it to myself to explore those options and weigh the pros and cons. In that research, I found degree apprenticeships and I felt that having an option that meant you were debt-free, making money and gaining experience was a no-brainer. I think aside from the obvious, what I really enjoy about my apprenticeship is the amount of experience I can get. Given that the company is cross-industry and cross-functional, there's so many different areas that I can explore before committing to something specifically. I think a worry many apprentices may have, or maybe young people considering apprenticeships, is that once they're in the career, they don't really have another choice. They just kind of have to commit and they're not sure whether that's something that they want. I think the great thing about my apprenticeship is that you can spend some time working on a project in banking, then you can work on a project in life sciences or retail or consumer goods or health, public sector. There's so many different areas that you can explore, and not only that, but also the functions. You can work in a marketing function, you can work in AI, you can work in strategy. There's so many areas that you can cover, and it really gives you the freedom to move around and figure out where your interests are without the pressure of committing to something straight away. And I think that's the great thing about being an apprentice, that you have that room to learn and grow and figure out where your interests are. I think the piece of advice I would give to someone considering an apprenticeship is just take a step back. I think especially young people, we feel like we're on a straight path and there's no time to reassess. It's just, GCSEs, A-levels, straight to university, work. You don't really have time to think about the other routes that there are, but they are there. And I think the most important thing you can do is actually assess those, because at the end of the day, university isn't going to go anywhere. You can take a year out and still go back and not miss out on anything. You'll still be 19. So I think the best piece of advice I can give, and it's advice that I took myself, is just give yourself time to really think. Don't feel like you need to blindly rush into options that you're not 100% certain about when you know there's other things you can explore, because that time will be so valuable. And I think if you do blindly step into something you're unsure about, you will end up regretting it.